Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back for another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be doing something different besides a vlog. I'm going to do an informational video for you and those of you that are looking to join the military. More specific, join the Marine Corps, but this applies to every other branch. So I have a list of questions here that I made up myself. If you have any questions at the end of this video, feel free to put them in the comments and I'll probably make another video once I get enough questions together of what y'all want to hear. But for the most part, I just put together pros and cons and some of the things that have helped me and some cool things that I've done and whatnot. So let's get started. So first thing I want to talk about is pros and cons, and then I'll get into kind of the whole process and if you do decide to join, what you would be going through in the Marine Corps specifically. I don't know every single MOS, but I know my MOS and what I went through. So starting off with some pros, the obvious ones: steady payments. You get paid on the 15th and the 1st of every single month, and that is guaranteed. Me, I'm an E3 Lance Corporal in the Marines, getting promoted soon, but payment's not going to change too much. You get roughly $1,600 to $1,700 a month, 800 on the 1st and 800 on the 15th, which is really good because if you end up joining, you're most likely not going to have many bills besides car payments and internet for your room and your phone payment, which isn't much at all. So I usually leave after my car payment, insurance, phone bill, internet for my room that I pay for myself, usually leaves me with about whole paycheck to myself. So it's like $800 of spending money. So I throw some of that into my savings, and then the rest I can go splurge on or do whatever you do with your money. Red Bull sponsor me. Okay, yeah, that's payments. So you also have job security. Obviously, you're never going to lose your freaking job in the Marines. You're on a contract, so good luck trying to lose your job if you want to lose your job. So yeah, if you're a person that, you know, bounces from job to job, military might be something good for you, because once you're in and you serve your contract, and then you can branch off and do whatever you want to do after that. But there's definitely no quitting. You cannot quit once you join. That being said, it's good and bad. If you're one of the people who bounce around from job to job, it can be good for you, but if you get stuck on a contract and you hate your life, then you got to make the most of it. You can't just join and then start hating your life, because it's gonna suck for the entire time of your contract. You got to make the most of it, and you'll end up enjoying it and having a great time and the best time of your life. So it's like almost any other job depending on what MOS you go into. So I'm a Pogue, so I don't do any grunt stuff. Grunt being going out into the field all the time and shooting and going on combat deployments or whatever they do on the grunt side. I'm on the logistics side, so I support that. I'm supply, more specifically, where I order stuff and deal with gear coming in and out of the Marines, moving from unit to unit. So that's what I do. Pretty nice office job, can't beat it. It's like a 9 to 5 pretty much. Get off work and do my hobbies and do whatever else I do. So yeah, I'll get more into that in a minute and let you know like my whole process behind that. It's very similar to any other admin type job. It's a very similar process, going through boot camp, everything else, to the school, to the fleet, the mystical fleet. Okay, housing. So housing is a big one. I live in a room with one other person. I used to have a room by myself for the longest, but that changed because not everybody can have a room to themselves. I live with one other roommate. Pretty cool. Usually when you get a roommate and it's like a horrible roommate, for the most part, you might be able to get out of that situation and be like, hey, I want to switch rooms. And it's no big deal. They'll get you switch rooms. This way you can, you know, get out of the shitty situation if you're not getting along, or they're not holding up their end of the bargain, or so on and so on. Which isn't bad, sharing one room. As you can see, our room's a little bit messy, so forgive me. Here you go, roommate side, my side. You know what, might as well just give you a little room tour while I'm at it, shall we? So I got my side, it's messy as all get out, but I got my little recording station right here, and my Xbox and TV. Then you come in here, like I said, it's still messy, so got the little bathroom and then the sink area, my microwave, my fridge, my closet, and my roommate's closet. So it's not a mansion, of course. You're coming to the military barracks, so you gotta have room for a crap ton of people, so you're not getting luxury, but it's not bad, I can tell you that. Plus I like one of the best showers in the building, so bless up. I want to go into, after that, what was I talking about? Yeah, housing. So you get a free place to live. If you're one of the people who hate where you're at and your situation, me for example, being back home, there's a lot of drugs and drug dealers and bad influences, and it was just a very shitty place to be, you know, very demotivating, and it was just crappy. I'm not even gonna lie, just plain out crappy. I would go to work, come home, go to my grandma's house and play video games till night ended, go to sleep, wake up, repeat. It was a very toxic lifestyle. So I did some researching, decided wanted to join the military, and didn't know what branch I wanted to join, but I knew I wanted to be the best I can be and challenge myself, so I joined the Marines. Long story short. Went from Ohio, little town in Ohio, to living out here in California now, and I can tell you, life is good. Like I said, life is what you make of it. Way more opportunities, you know the California dream. And you get food every single day. You have 3 chows a day. You just walk to the chow hall. You don't have to have a vehicle, so that's even more money you can be saving. I just chose to have a sports car because why not, you know? Good decision and bad decision, but that's a different topic for a different day. Chow hall is right down the street. Easily walk there in 5 minutes. Go there, 3 chows a day. In the morning, there's actual grill where you can go get omelets and eggs. Delicious. No complaints about my breakfast. Breakfast is bomb. Lunch and dinner, they're pretty much dang near the same thing every time, but the menu does switch up every now and then, so it gets boring relatively quick. I'm not even gonna lie. You know, it's free. You don't ever see the money where money goes there. Okay, you're still getting the $800 every paycheck. You don't ever see the money. So you can save a bunch of freaking money by not going out to fast food restaurants and going out to other restaurants and splurging on food, which I love to do because food's good. You also get all your benefits. You get TRICARE, you get health insurance, dental insurance, and all that stuff. If you die, God forbid, in whatever situation, your family gets money for that. A lot of money. So all that's good stuff. If there's retirement, you do your 20 years, get out, you're set. If you do 20 years in the military, I don't care what branch it is, you're freaking set after. I don't plan to do my 20 years. I have bigger dreams and stuff like that. Not saying that doing your 20 years in military is a bad dream. Yeah, so that's another big one. Military discounts everywhere you go. You already know about that one. So some of the cons I would have to say is longish work days. I'm not going to complain. There's people out there who work way more than I do. I'm not even going to freaking lie. You know, long work days, that's a big one. Sometimes you come into work at... Alright, here I'll just give you the normal day scenario. So I wake up at if we're PTing the day, we'll wake up around 5:30. PT from about 5:30 till 6:15, around there. We'll come back, change over, shower, shave, go to chow, eat chow, go to work. Where I will work at 8 o'clock, and then I'll work from 8 until 16:30. So that's 4:30 in civilian time. That's the standard time you would work, 8 till 4:30. Obviously, we're a mission-based organization, so to support that mission, we might have to work longer days. There's nothing you can do about it. You gotta do what you gotta do. You join the organization, you're here to support and help. And when you work in logistics, that's what you do. You support and help. So if it takes longer in your work day and you don't bust your ass to get stuff done right away, you might be working a little bit longer to make up for it. So you gotta do what you gotta do, but that sucks sometimes when you have plans and whatnot. But plan accordingly, go to work, knock out your work. Some other crappy things is, and no specifics, there's some people that they gain rank, and I'm 100% firm believer in respecting authority and having a rank structure. You 100% need a rank structure. But there's a couple people who abuse their power, and I'm not saying it's happened to me, I'm just saying that there's people who will abuse their power for whatever reason, and they'll use that, and it might piss you off, might make you feel like shit, but at the end of the day, everybody's a human being, so I believe that shit shouldn't happen at all. Even though there's rank on your collar, we all have the same tag on our thing, it's US Marine, we all earned it, and you have your name on your other breast pocket, and that should be no other excuse to treat somebody like shit. Unless they're fucking up a bunch. Obviously there's corrections. People need to be corrected sometimes they get ahead of themselves and yada yada. But that's a whole nother subject. That's another thing I think that's crappy about it, con. Oh yeah, being away from family is a big one. If you're a very family-based person, being away from family an extended amount of times might be hard. It wasn't that hard for me because I always wanted to get out of the state. Never really got to go out unless it was for a week vacation out of Ohio. So I think this has been a great opportunity for me. I've been able to travel all over the US so far, and I'm planning to go overseas to Japan once my time here on my unit is up and after deployment. I want to get the deployment in, so you can travel. That's a huge one. Traveling's a pro. You've never been out of your state or whatever, this is the best opportunity to be able to travel and see different lifestyles within the US and different countries and their cultures. But yeah, like I said, the con, being away from family. If you love being with your family, I mean, you accumulate leave, you accumulate 2.5 days every month. You can take a week's leave. Yeah, you get 30 days a year, so every 3 months you can take a week of leave if you really wanted to, but you never have leave accumulated. You'd always be at 0. Oh yeah, no work on holidays. That's a big one. You never work on holidays. Okay, we get things here called 72s and 96s. 72 means 72 hours, 96 means 96 hours off, and you still get paid, so that's a huge one. Yeah, so 72 usually is Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, or Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 96, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Just like that. It's pretty cool. You come back from a little operation out in the field where you're out there for a month or two, and you come back and usually get a 72 or a 96. That's a huge plus. I like that off time. It's really good. Every single weekend you get off, depending on MOS. All right, so everything's Monday through Friday. You get the weekend off. That's a huge plus also. Every single weekend you get off, unless you have like an absolute dire need to come into work, which doesn't happen often. Unless it's coming up on like a deployment, then that might happen. But for the most part, you get your weekends off. So that's a good time to rest and relax and enjoy yourself. Go out and do things. Go do something fun. So big one, weekends off. Okay, I'm just gonna talk about my process pretty much and me joining to where I am now. This one's a fun one. I bounced around a little bit. So I joined out of Ohio, went and talked to my recruiter on the whim. I woke up one day, I was like, I got to get out of here. So go on YouTube, and I was like, oh crap, the military. It's actually this specific person that I found on YouTube, which kind of inspired me to join. His name is Nava the Beast. So I actually watched one of his YouTube videos and it inspired me to join. So thanks, Nava, appreciate that. I was like watching one of his videos, I was like, hell yeah, I kind of low-key want to do that. This was like when he was like a PFC or whatever, he's just starting now, but I went to the recruiter one day. There was like 5 minutes up the road. I went there and I was like, walked in, I was like, how do I join? And they were like, slow down there, first we gotta take the ASVAB and all that crap. And I was like, all right, let's take the ASVAB, let's do this. So did my ASVAB, started PTing with the pulleys or whatever, went to MEPS, like literally 2 days later. MEPS is where you go and get evaluated to see if you can even join. Became a pulley. Pulley means that you're ready to go, like you have a date for boot camp. So my date for boot camp was like 3 months out. Nearing my day, they were like, what MOS do you want? So I chose all my MOSs. Decided that I really wanted to go the grunt side. I wanted to shoot shit and go to war, just like any other person who freaking wants to join the Marines. I get it. I've been in your shoes. My top 10, I wanted to be freaking 0311, which is just straight rifleman. I wanted to be assaultman really, really bad. Wanted to be a machine gunner. Wanted to be recon. Wanted to be a scout sniper. Literally just chose all the 03s as my 10. He was like, all right, well, if this is what you're going to do, we're going to get you an MOS. I was like, all right, I want to go as soon as possible. He called me up one day. He was like, hey, man, he's like, I got you a contract. We got you going to boot camp. I was like, okay, awesome. I was like, what's the contract? He was like, recon. I was like, count me in. No idea what recon was besides the Surviving the Cut episode. I watched like 6 years before that and went to boot camp. Boot camp consisted of 3 months. Like y'all can find a boot camp video. I'll actually drop a boot camp experience video soon if y'all want. Graduated boot camp, boom, off to MCT. So I went to boot camp on the east coast of Parris Island, and I did MCT over here on the west coast on Camp Pendleton. That was due to my recon contract. I had to come over here to be able to go through recon school, which is here on Camp Pendleton. Went to MCT, graduated MCT. That was a fun time. It sucked. It was high and lows, you know, just like with everything. It was a good time though, good experiences. You got to throw a grenade. I was actually like the first platoon in a couple months or years to throw a live grenade, and that was intense. Graduated MCT, then I went to recon. I was at recon for like 3 months. I was in a thing called MART. It was a good time. It was a good time to say the least. I picked up class with BRPC. Pretty much made it like a weekend. I could do all the physical challenges and everything, but I just woke up one day like, damn, I really don't want to do this anymore. Dropped out of that, and then I went to a holding platoon and got reassigned in MOS. My MOS that I got assigned was supply. Okay, so that brings me to where I am now, supply. I went to the supply school in North Carolina, Jacksonville. Let's just say that was some of the greatest times of my life. Met a lot of good friends, lifelong friends that are still my friends to this day, and they're actually in this area, so I get to see them all the time. That was in Jacksonville, North Carolina. That was like a 1 month school. Took me a little bit to pick up class, so I was really there for like 2 months, but a month of waiting, and then I picked up class, and then I learned all the supply knowledge and all that stuff. Boom, I'm off to the Mystical Fleet. Mystical Fleet's a mysterious place. Okay, so I graduated honor grad at the supply school, got meritorious promoted to Lance, and then I came to Camp Pendleton. Here now currently, still at the same unit that I did out of the schoolhouse. I'm now here about to be promoted this coming month, June, to corporal. So freaking awesome. Place has been a great time. Never thought I'd ever be in California, you know, for like this long and be able to enjoy it, do all the cool stuff, go to the beach all the time. It's really a blast. Met lifelong friends and absolutely a great time. So yeah, that's pretty much my story. Here I am in the fleet. I'm going to deploy hopefully next year. We'll see though. Times is always changing, so deployment is going to be going all around the world. Top 3 positive things I've gained from being a Marine. This is a big one. I've changed a lot since I became a Marine. I learned a lot about being professional, the way you carry yourself and looking good all the time, and learn a lot about myself, you know, that you can really do anything you do put your mind to, and that's a big one. You can do anything you put your mind to. I've learned that life sucks. You just gotta get over it. Life does suck. Every single day you wake up, you're probably like, gosh darn, another freaking day. I don't know. That's how I was, but I learned to look on the bright side of life. Life is good, so there's no reason to complain. As long as you have a shelter over your head and you're getting fed food, you have really nothing to complain about, even though shit does suck, obviously. That being said, guys, I hope I covered a decent amount. You get to know me a little bit better. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any more questions, comment them down below.